Hey, how you doing? This is your twin flame Pickacard. Who is your twin flame? That's what we're going to find out today. Now, we have pile 1 over here on the left. It has Ocean Jasper. Pile 2 has Rose Quartz. Pile 3 has Rhodonite. Pile 4 has Labradorite. And pile 5 has Tiger's Eye. So take a second, take a deep breath. Let your intuition guide you. Now, if you haven't yet, go check out your star sign taroscope for the month of July on my channel. They're all up, and next week will be your love forecast. And let's get started. Everything will be time-stamped below, so jump ahead to your pile. Okay, Ocean Jaspers, let's get going. Okay, up the top here we will have the overall energy of your twin at the moment. Okay, now we have the tarot. So just off the top here, we have that you could be a Gemini, but there's definitely some Gemini energy heading here. And we have tarot. Okay, so the overall energy for your twin is they're searching for you. The coming together card's there, the manifest card is there, and the rest and reconsider. So what they're doing at the moment, you may be in this space too, of wondering who your twin flame is, where they are, have you met them yet, and what can you do to bring them in? And this is what I'm really seeing from your twin at the moment. They're also in a stage of sort of letting it be, at the sort of finding that balance between manifesting you and allowing the universe to bring you in when you're divinely guided. The next card down on the spread is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. That's where they've really got to. I feel like they've been trying to manifest you for a while, but you have both had healing that needs to be done. So they're sort of taking this moment to allow. The next card up is give your relationship a chance. So if they came in right now, it may not be the time for either of you. I feel like there's still a lot of inner work to be done in the sense of past relationships, past life relationships with each other. And they're really in a space of knowing that this needs to be done. I think for a while they may have been wanting to rush in, but now they're sort of realizing, and they're on their spiritual path too. They're starting to really realize that healing is what needs to be done first, because you are the same being, and they know as they heal in you, as they heal in them, they will heal in you too. Sorry, brain farted for a second there. Next card up is Judgment. And I feel like they almost were at this and I feel like you may have been at this place too, because as within them, so within you. This place of judgment, of when are they coming? Why aren't they here? I feel like there's been people in the past that may have been the infamous false twin for you. And that's where this judgment has come in. And it's also healing from those relationships that you've just been through that have triggered things in you to ultimately clear and bring in this twin. The 6 chakras come up, which tells me that you are communicating in the 5D. And this is something you have worked out together. The card along next to that is emotional freedom. So you have both decided in the 5D, and you do communicate. I see there's the nighttime in the stars here, so I see nighttime communication. So this may be in your dreams, in that place just before you fall off to sleep or just before you wake up. You may have this recollection of speaking to someone. You may have actually dreamt of them, but I can guarantee you by the energy on these cards, they've dreamt of you. the rabbit here is showing me luck, and the winter here is telling me that this person may come to you in the winter months, but you will both be in a place of, you'll have healed to, and this is the thing, twin flames who meet at this part of their journey, it's a lot different to the people who met in 2012 and leading up to probably about 2017. They've done a lot more healing than a lot of the twin flames that had to sort of heal from each other. You've made an agreement where you've had karmics and friends and people around you who will help you heal these things, so when you come into union with your twin, you're not going through the same battles. So the Eight of Cups has come up. I feel like what's happened is you've cleared the muck out of your cups and they've cleared the muck out of their cups. So what you're giving to each other is fresh cups of love. Along with the Emperor, now this is telling me that this person is very stern, organized, and the Emperor for me in tarot is the divine masculine. So it's beautiful that he's come up in his own reading. I'm also getting a lot of Taurus energy here. He may be an earth sign. The number 4 is really standing out to me too. So if you're seeing 4s, this might be a sign that union is on its way. The Emperor is also Aries energy. So there's a lot of fire here. He's a very passionate man. He fights for what he believes in. He's very protective. And I feel like he's very protective of you in the 5D as well. So you may have had this almost sense of feeling protected even though someone's not doing it for you. You may just feel that comfort of feeling protected. So we have the 2 of Rods here and the 7 of Pentacles. And this tells me that he's planning, he's organising, this is a lot on the 5D. This person, and I say he, and it could be she, it's interchangeable, don't use any of the sexes literally. This person has been planning, they've been organising. This union and meeting you is something that I almost feel like they've dreamt of since they were young. Like meeting, and they've felt that need for their counterparts since they were young. And I feel like you have too. I feel like energetically you have been calling out to each other since you were children. It's now the waiting game. The seeds have been planted. It's now the waiting game. And the Hermit card has come up along with that. So what I get from that is this person has just stepped back and they're allowing, which is these cards that are up here. It's this rest and reconsider. They're just allowing what is to be. Now, to clarify these, we have the High Priestess. So this planning, it's intuitive. It's sixth sense planning. It's not in the literal sense. They haven't bought a notebook. And I mean, they might be journaling, but they haven't bought a notebook and planned out their schedule of meeting their twin flame. This is very intuitive. This is very third eye. This is sixth sense. This is that sixth chakra. This is intuitively messaging and contacting each other and planning out your timelines of when will be the right time for you to meet. The waiting has come with the King of Cups, which is absolutely beautiful. This person is so ready to share. I feel like they're very emotional. While this Emperor energy is here, they're kind of, and I feel like they're very balanced, and that's where they've got to. They've got to this real state of balance. So while they're very organised and very strong and passionate and protective, they're also very in touch with their emotions and very in touch with being able to communicate and express those emotions. I don't feel this person is passive aggressive. I feel like they're able to say, hey, this is my problem, what can we do about it? Or I'm feeling triggered, what can we do about it? So along with the Hermit card is the Justice card. This person's recently, and you may be doing the same thing too, because, you know, twin flames mirror each other. They've recently started to cut a lot of people out of their life. So anything that was toxic, anything that was no longer serving them, they're getting rid of that energy. I'm getting a real yellow aura around this person, so I'm getting a happy, very easy go-lucky type of person. They're organised, but in the sense of they've got their stuff together. They don't have to stress the small things. Let's roll and find out what their star sign may be. Okay, Taurus, which was what I was getting earlier from my guides. They definitely may be a Taurus, or they may have heavy Taurus in their chart. For a job, I'm feeling like this person wouldn't be in the sort of customer service type of game. They're more secluded, so they may work in an office job. They may work in a large office, but it's definitely not where they're dealing with the public every single day. I feel like they're almost like an introverted extrovert. Like they don't mind conversations, they'll be good at sales, but not the face-to-face type of sales. I feel like this would be more over the phone. They're very driven. But like I said, I feel like they're an introverted extrovert. I feel like which is probably because they're very empathic, so they need to sort of go home and recoup and sort of see no people for a good few hours between now, like when they get home and the next day of work or going to a party. Like they don't mind doing those social things, and they can hold great conversations and, you know, hold the attention of a group of people, but they need to recoup afterwards because they're picking up on a lot of people's energy, and they're almost healing as they talk to people as well, and they may not even be aware of this. I feel like they manifest healing through their words, so they could also be a counsellor or something along those type of lines. I'm really feeling like there's a lot, past life keeps coming back to me, so I feel like there's a lot of past life stuff that you both need to heal on. So I feel like if you've met each other too early or before your destined time, that it would trigger a lot of past life things. And I feel like right now you're both in the process, so you may be feeling this too, you're both in the process of healing from relationships you have had together in a past life. There's a lot of white standing out to me in these cards, and my guides keep bringing me back to it. So I feel like wherever your past life was, it was a very cold place. I'm getting somewhere in Europe, but not in in any of the United Kingdom type of countries. But there is maybe Poland. I'm definitely getting a lot of ice and cold. The flirt card has come up, which is all about being lighthearted. So when you do meet, make sure that you're going to recognize each other instantly. This isn't going to be one of those situations where one twin doesn't know the other and it's really complicated and really messy. This is going to be an instant knowing. Whether it's instantly knowing twin, the connection is going to be instant. My guides are letting me know to tell you not to sort of be in this place of overwhelmed and not lose your light-hearted spirit in all the flirty fun stuff that comes with a new relationship. Like to treat it as a new relationship and not just the twin flame experience. Now the scales are really standing out to me here too, so I'm wondering if either of you may work in law or a law office, hearing law clerk. Both of these characters are here holding the world sort of in their hands. So I feel like this person's about to, and the manifest card along with that, they're really about to step into their purpose and the purpose of what your divine relationship is. So they may be, and you may be, on the path of spiritually what you came here to do as a light worker and as a twin. And when you reunite, and I say reunite because you have been together in many past lives and in 5D quite often, you may find that you are both already doing what you need to do, and it's going to make your mind spin because it's going to link together perfectly. Let's have a look at what number you can look for synchronistically when they're coming in. So 12. So if you're seeing 1212 on the clock, or you're seeing 12 on your receipts, on number plates, on cars, all that type of thing, 12 might be the number of them coming in, which breaks down to 3, which is also a number you could be looking out for. What else is there? Healing for you as well. I'm feeling like the new moon that's just gone with the eclipse broke through a lot of boundaries that you had with one another. And that's going to be what really speeds this forward. Sorry about that, pile 1. When spirit comes in very close, my mouth gets dry. I had to run off and grab a drink. Yeah, so the new moon eclipse that has come in, and depends on when you're watching this, but it came in the new moon in July 2019. I feel like it really pushed you both forward. It removed... it was energetic activations. That's what it was. You have been activated. And you may start feeling them more. So if you're starting to feel, and what I'm hearing is, if you're feeling a pull in your heart chakra or your solar plexus, that is your twin reaching out to you. So if you're feeling any kind of energy there for no apparent reason, that is your twin communicating with you. And if you'd like to communicate with them, speak to them through your heart chakra or speak to them through your solar plexus, and they will feel they will feel you as well. I'm really feeling like winter is a time where you may meet up. So it may be this coming winter. And if you're already together, winter may be the time when things really manifest and move a lot further. Now, with the Judgment card, I'm really hearing that this person is not who you expect them to be. So you may already know them. No, you don't. Sorry. Spirit just jumped in there like, no, they don't. Then they're going to be a lot different than you expect them to be, but you're going to recognize it instantly, which is why they're coming back to this flirt card. Don't let your perception of who you think your partner should be, let go of judgment on who you think that person should be, let go of all the manifestations you've made on them, on what kind of job they'd have, what their love language would be, all those type of things. They're saying let it go, let go of any judgment you've made in that area. And when you do meet them, be lighthearted and just enjoy their company. They're going to surprise you in ways that you never knew possible. The coming together over here in the overall energy, this is telling me that in 5D, yous are not separated, and Spirit wants me to remind you of that. So if you're feeling a little lost and alone right now, know that in the realm, in 2 realms above this, yous are together, and it just needs to trickle down and manifest into this 3D reality. And they're asking you as well to just rest and allow it to be, and trust that this person is coming in for you. If you feel it energetically, if you're on here playing this video, you're a twin flame and you feel it and you know they're coming, which is why you're here getting this message. Okay, pile 1, best of luck and be prepared. Enjoy this downtime, because your twin is coming. Okay, pile 2, you picked the rose quartz. Let's get your reading started. Now up the top here, I'm going to put the overall energy of your twin at the moment. Where are they? Here we go. You have base chakra, seek the truth, and simply love. Then we have get grounded. A lot of grounding energy going on. Finance and career. New love. Cuprite. Rites of passage. Courage. The thinking man. Dating. And then we have Lust, which is also the Strength card from Tarot. The Five of Cups. And then we have our Tarot cards, which is the King of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Justice card. Okay, pile 2, wow. You have a very strong, independent twin flame. They are in the midst of their spiritual journey. I feel like they've recently awoken. I feel like their awakening has come in really quick, but they're doing so well with it is what I'm hearing. So this might have happened for you as well. It might have been a quick awakening. And they're on their path now of finding the truths in this situation, and they're learning. I feel like they're learning right now about with this Simply Love. First of all, they're learning that everything is love, but as they're tapping into that and opening up their heart chakra, they're realizing that they are a twin, and that their twin, is out there. This is so beautiful. They're very, in the past, they haven't been the player type of person. They were very focused. I feel like they've done a lot of schooling. They were very focused on where their career might go, and this has been quite the awakening for them. While they've always been very spiritual, and that's why they've got so far in their career and their finances have gone so well, because they've been using their intuition, they were very unaware of it. This is not the type of person that would expect to wake up. I feel like they're almost corporate, or I see them in a suit and tie. It's definitely something that they didn't expect or see coming, and it's changed their life so dramatically. In this time, they're learning this new self-love. They're they're releasing a lot of things that recently held them back, that they've been sort of pushing down. I'm almost out of breath. I'm getting the sense that they're pushing a lot of over the time and over these years and growing up from their childhood. I get the sense that they've pushed a lot down, and they sort of haven't dealt with it. As they're going through and learning this self-love, this rites of passage, that's what they're doing. They're going through their rites of spiritual passage on their path. They're doing this with like 110% effort, first of all, but they're so courageous. Like sometimes people wake up and it's very overwhelming and they're very scared and they almost don't step into it. Your twin is going gung-ho at it. I absolutely love it. Now the thinking man's come up, and that goes for me with seeking the truth. Anything they do, they give their all to, which they'll do for you as well, as what my guides are telling me. Once they meet you, they're going to give you their all. Whatever they do with so much passion. I feel like they're doing so much thinking and so much research that they're leaving dating behind. They're finding that it's just not filling their needs anymore. They're finding that the people they meet aren't filling their needs, which is opening up this quest and opening up this truth of that they are a twin flame, because these questions are coming up. Why can't I meet my person? Why are these people so, and I don't want to use the word shallow, but why are they on a different level to what I'm looking for? He or she, they're not feeling satisfied, but they are feeling lustful, and they're feeling lustful for you. They're realizing that they're missing something while they're on this path of seeking the truth. And the thinking man, they've got to this point of being grounded, and they've realized that they've done so much work and they've got to this point, but something's still missing, and they're researching and finding, and that's what they're finding is this twin, and they're lusting for this wholeness to sort of come into place. Five of Cups tells me that they've been while they're going through this rite of passage, it's been very emotional for them, and they may have had to leave behind maybe a previous partner, and this person may have been a Virgo that they're leaving behind, because wanted different things out of life. I feel like this person hasn't had children yet. You may have had children, I feel, but they haven't had children yet. I feel like they focused so long on their career, and I almost feel like the person they were with didn't want children, and maybe they agreed to it at the time too, but now they're coming to a point where they realise they want the simply love, you know, and they want to be a parent, and this is becoming so adamant to them that everything's changed, all their priorities have changed. The King of Swords tells me that this person's very confident, they're very good at communication, their thoughts are even keeled, they're not sort of running around in their head with overanalyzing things. They're sort of very direct in how they choose life. And that directness has brought them to this Two of Cups, that they know what they want, they're driven, and then they're not going to waste their time dating until they find this person who can fill their cup the way that they can fill their cup. I feel like this person's got a lot to give. They may be very organised, even in the way that they give love. And you may find yourself that you're the complete opposite. You may find that you're very fiery and passionate, and this person will be that person who can handle you and handle everything that comes with you. They understand your love language and they understand your passion, is what I'm hearing. Now, we also got the Justice card, which is telling me that they're in a place of making the hard decisions. Now, they're a very King of Swords energy, so people may find them cold when they make these hard decisions, but it's not. They just know what they want and they're not going to waste their time or anyone else's. Now, we've got clarifying cards as well. So with the King of Swords comes the Emperor. And the Emperor for me always represents the Divine Masculine. Now, this is Aries energy. He is the epitome of the Divine Masculine. He's the healed Divine Masculine. While he's not extremely emotional in the way he doesn't express it, he feels it all, but he doesn't express it. So this tells me that he's sort of in alignment, mind, body, and soul. And he's got to the point of being the Emperor for you. And I said this to pile one, and I'll say this to all the piles. If you are yet to meet your twin flame, you're not going to go through the rigmarole that a lot of twin flames who met during the 2012 wave of awakening went through. There's not going to be as many triggers. There's not going to be as long periods of separation, all those type of things. It's going to happen a lot easier. The road has already been paved, so you've got that to look forward to. So don't worry too much if you haven't met them. You're not going to have to go through those, you know, it's not going to take forever before you will be in union. Now, how beautiful is this? This card is hope, and that's what he's feeling. He while he's very emotional and sort of at a loss at the moment, he or she, and use these energies interchangeably. I think I say he because of my own journey, but there's a lot of hope for this connection to come through. Like, they're not dejected. They're and maybe because it's because they're new to the journey. They're not. They're positive, 100% positive, and it may come from the fact that they're so driven, and they'll make it happen. But they know that this is coming in. They have hope. They know if they put it out there, it'll come. I feel like they're also learning about manifesting and how to do that. Now, with the Justice card has come the Hangman. As soon as I looked at that, my guides brought me back to the meaning behind the Hangman, which is Odin tying himself to the tree so that he could hang there and understand the whole world. So the fact that they've brought me to Odin tells me I feel like you have had a past life, like a Nordic past life. So if that resonates with you, if you're interested in Nordic mythology, it's definitely because you have been in that life together. And clarifying the Justice means he will keep cutting out, or he or she, they will keep cutting things out of their life for as long as it needs to be. They're very enlightened at the moment. They're very like woke to what their truth is. They have shifted so much in their beliefs, and they're so firm in them, and not to the point of pushing out anything new that comes in. They're very able to explore new possibilities, but they're not going to stand for things like hate and negativity and gossip and all those type of things. They've got a path to be on, and they're very destined towards they're very destined towards coming towards you. These two cards here just scream that so loudly, like you are their purpose, and they know that, and they know that once this connection comes into play, that they will speed up even more on their journey. I'm getting purple as their aura colour, indigo, which tells me they're very intuitive. We'll roll the dice and find out what their star sign may be. Okay, we have Gemini. And we'll also look at what numbers might be coming into play as the connection starts to speed up, and when you might be in a place of meeting them at some point. 3. So if you're seeing 3s around on number plates or phone numbers, 333 on your phone, any of those type of things, then that person and your twin may be very close to coming towards you. Work-wise, while I feel like they may have started in in an office or something like that, I feel like now they're almost taking a hippie approach to work. So I feel like they might even be opening their own business, which is just absolutely going to thrive because they've got both sides of the coin now. They've been through both sides. With this base chakra stuff, I feel like the reason they may have opened so quickly is because they may have gone through a Kundalini awakening, which always starts at the base chakra. So I feel like it's hit their heart space now. And that's why they're starting to feel you energetically, and they're getting memories of these past life things as well. So if you haven't felt them yet, they're definitely feeling you. My advice would be during meditation is to tap into your heart space and either ask your spirit team or the universe or God, or whoever it is you talk to show you past lives, to give you a feel of their energy, and just sit in their energy for a bit and see how that makes you feel. They're showing me this person has facial hair, so if you're not a fan of mustaches, maybe you should either 1, convince them to shave, or 2, maybe just get used to it. But this person at the moment has facial hair, and I think it might be just on their new path. If they've got a new job and they're not going into the office every day, they may be going a little wild and allowing themselves to not have to shave every day. I feel like while they're going through a rite of passage, as they're doing that, they're activating you to go through rites of passage. So this is a very mirrored experience for you both. And when you meet, it's going to, or if you've already met, if you're watching this, you've probably noticed that it absolutely blows your mind because things are so parallel and so identical with your path. They may be completely different, but the energy and the situation and what it did for you is the same. I'm also seeing a lot of Leo energy here too. So you may be a Leo, or they're very Leo heavy in their chart. The infinity sign up here tells me that this is, not only is it past life, but this is many past lives. This is many, many, many years of both very old souls. Okay, pile 2, this is so beautiful. The energy behind this is so beautiful, and I wish you all the luck moving forward, meeting your twin flame. Okay, pile 3, let's get you started. You picked the Rhodonite. Now, I do apologise that your heart is so tiny. I ordered it offline months ago, and it looked a lot bigger in the picture. But, you know, crystals, they work all the same no matter how big they are. Now, across the top, we're going to have the overall energy of your twin flame at the moment. And then down the bottom, we'll have your spread. Okay, so we have, where are you being called to journey to? The deception card, someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Playfulness, to recapture romance and allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. We have emotional healing, self-esteem, envy, forgiveness, the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and Temperance. Now across the top, I'm starting to, and throughout the spread, I got a real sense of this person has and is going through a major tower moment. Your twin is going through a major tower moment, and you may be going through one too at the moment. For different reasons though, I feel. Your twin at the moment is coming out of, I feel like up until this point, and what my guides are showing me is that your twin lived a very 3D life. You may have already met them. You may have just been sort of coming on to reiterate your thoughts and your idea that this person is your twin flame for some of you. With the solar plexus, I'm getting, and it comes back to this envy card down here, they were in a very 3D lifestyle, and that's sort of getting blown out of the water. They're opening them right up at the moment and teaching them how to heal and how to go through these healings without projecting their pain onto other people. They're teaching them to master their heart right now. For a long time, they've put up, like this deception, while this sounds really horrible, it's not that they're being purposely deceitful, deceptful. I'm just making up words now. They weren't being deceitful on purpose. They wore a mask of protection. I feel like this person has had a really rough childhood, and they just built so many walls, and they become who they need to be liked and be accepted and all those type of things, but they're being ripped off that path now, and onto emotional healing. And they're healing their inner child as well with this playful card. And it comes down to this self-esteem, you know, their self-worth. Oh, and it hurts my heart just, and I'm sorry if anyone's had to actually deal with this person, because I can imagine it would have been very painful for you too. Their self-esteem was just so low, while they may have come across very egotistical or cocky. It was all just bravado and hiding the pain they were really going through. Now the envy card here is telling me that they may have had some jealousy issues because they're scared that no one's going to really love them the way that they should be loved. So the envy is more not trusting that the people around them are going to stay. They may have had abandonment issues in childhood. And this is where this forgiveness comes in. I feel like there's a lot of forgiveness around this person's parents at the moment, and that's where they need to be focusing, and that's probably where their spirit is guiding them to focus. Now, I feel like the life that they've been ripped from involved a lot of partying, maybe self-medication, that type of thing, but they're being pulled onto a more even-keeled energy. With the Four of Swords, I feel like they're also being brought into balance inside themselves. So they're having their heart, which they're being taught to master, match their thoughts. So it's before their heart and their words and actions didn't align. Like, they're very loving and they're very beautiful, but they weren't showing that to the world, and their thoughts about themselves and about others weren't particularly healthy. Which brings me to this Knight of Cups. I feel like in the past this person may have jumped in too quick to things, and that's why they found themselves so hurt, and they jumped into the wrong things. I feel like they've been looking for love in all the wrong places, which is why this Five of Pentacles shows up. This path as well may have taken them away from their church and everything they believed, and their family may have, like, I'm feeling like while they have a lot to forgive their parents for, their parents may not be accepting of their new path that they're on, and they're not understanding of it. This Temperance tells me that your person is coming in, but it may be a little slower than you think. And I don't mean to dishearten anybody, but they're being prepared right now, and they're going through, and you may be going through this process right now. If you think about it clearly, you may think, actually a little more time might be okay. And you have lifetimes together, and you've had lifetimes together, so a little bit more time for you to be on the level where you can love yourselves wholly and love each other wholly will just be so beautiful, because it's going to build great foundations in your relationship. I'm feeling like this person's aura is rather blue. Not blue as in sad, blue as in calm. Like at the base of their soul, they long for calmness, and it's there in them. They just need to manifest it into real life. Now, the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Tower card, which is exactly what I was talking about. They rush into things, they wear their heart on their sleeve. The second they think they're in too deep, they put the walls up and they put the mask up, and it triggers the other person. They're really learning a lot of lessons through karmic relationships at the moment, which is why they're not ready to come to you in this very moment right now. The Hierophant has come up with this Five of Pentacles, which brings, when this came up, and I don't know if I said it, I don't think I did, I felt like they were moving away from their religion, maybe a religion that their family were in, and they feel like their family's behaviour isn't very loving, and they see it as the religion's fault almost. So they've moved away from that type of sector. And the Hierophant sort of clarifies that to me. The Hierophant is like the priest. With the Temperance card, this is this balance of emotions, and moving away from this is also giving them clarity and this balance. And that comes up with the Six of Pentacles, which means they're going to be feeding their soul rather than their ego moving forward. I feel like this person, while they're changing a lot of things around them, I feel like they haven't done a lot of the external 3D changing. They're doing a lot of internal changing. Let's have a look at what their star sign may be. Oh, Cancer. So that explains all that emotion I was feeling that they're, and that's why their guard has to be up, because they are so emotional. They may also be they may have a Cancer sun sign, but they may be very heavy in Cancer in their chart. There is a lot of emotion out here. And they're waiting to give that to the right person. Right now, I feel like they may be a little codependent in their relationships, and that's why they're being asked to master their emotions, but they can't get there unless they open up first. So to learn to express those emotions safely will help them master their heart. Now, the numbers you can look for when this does start to enter into your life are 7. So you may be seeing a lot of 7s around when they're coming close to entering into your life or you meeting them. What else is coming up? They have, I'm just seeing this crab now, which definitely hits on this Cancer that's come up earlier. They are giving up a party lifestyle, I'm hearing. They're no longer pushing down their emotions. And ask your guides for clarifications when you meet this person. So ask them to see, I don't know, numbers, ask them to see just things that could happen in your everyday life. Like you could ask to see animals, you could ask to see an angel in the physical, like you may see a picture of an angel or something like that. Because when you meet them, you're almost going to feel like they're not your person. I'm hearing that very clearly. You're going to be like, this is not my twin. It's going to be one of those moments, I feel like they're going to recognize you before you recognize them. So keep that in mind. Don't jump to the first person who suggests you may be twins, but keep in mind that you may not recognize them straight away. Their coming in is going to activate you. It won't take long before you recognize it. Ask for clarifiers so you don't push them out of your life and create some chaos there. But you definitely won't recognize them. They're going to recognize you. This is something to keep in mind. What else? Their personality is going to be very goofy. And I feel like you're going to be like, this isn't my person, but they're going to make you laugh. That's what Spirit's telling me. They're showing me like someone's head thrown back and just laughing so hard. At times you're going to think, is everything a joke to this person? But it's not. They get so much joy out of seeing you happy and they love your laugh, I'm hearing. So they want to make you laugh as often as they can. Okay, pile 3, that is your reading. Good luck meeting your twin. Everything will fall into place just as it needs to be. Okay, pile 4, you picked Labradorite. Good choice, this is my favourite. Now up the top here, on the easels, we will have the overall energy of your twin in this very moment. So we have wow, a lot of chakras here. So we have the sacral, the crown chakra, and flow. That's beautiful. Okay, now along with that, we have sexuality. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, which is the sending the light, laying foundations and divine plan. We have love yourself first. Romantic feelings. Oh, and sexuality again. Blame. Woman holding a heart. Number 44 has just jumped out at me, so if you're seeing 44, this is a synchronicity for you. Wheel of Fortune. The Death card. Page of Cups. Page of Rods. Queen of Cups. Okay. First off, this card's dropped. Behave. Okay. Okay, powerful. There is a very specific message coming through. So this pile, if you've picked it, it may not resonate for you and you may want to pick another one, but there is a message coming through that my guides are telling me I have to speak. So whoever this twin of yours is, they may be figuring out their sexual orientation at the moment. And they may be a little confused in their sexual orientation. And they're also learning their sexuality, so they may have been in a place or a relationship previous. So there's two messages here. The person may have been in a place where they couldn't express themselves sexually. They may have been very repressed. This card's so heavy sort of in that religion side of things makes me think that as well. And there's also this sexuality card here. So I feel like either they've had to hide their sexuality, whether that be how they express it or their sexual orientation. However, I feel like they've been pushed and divinely guided here with the crown chakra to just allow it to be and to really dive into that aspect of their life and figure out who they are, which comes down to this loving yourself first and this romantic feeling. So they may be having feelings towards the opposite sex, or they may be having romantic feelings outside of a relationship that they're in. They may be in a relationship and having feelings towards people that aren't their spouse, which is very confusing for them, and they're sort of not knowing what to make of it. I feel like they've sort of awoken unbeknownst to them, if that makes sense, and their heart chakra is really, and this woman holding the heart here, it tells me that their heart chakra is open and they're feeling romantic feelings towards other people, which is in turn making them realize that sexually they're not open in themselves in their relationship, or that their partner may have different sexual expectations of them. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that this cycle they're in is ending. It's ending at this moment. It's sort of complete, and the Death card speaks of that too. And then we move over here to the tarot, and there's 2 pages. This person, while the cycle's ended, they're stepping into their new cycle kind of as a newbie, you know? They sort of thought they had it all figured out over here with everything else going on, and now they've realised they're in a different space to where they were from, you know, a year ago, 5 years ago, and it's all new to them and they're very overwhelmed. This blame's standing out a lot to me at the moment, and I feel like they may have been pushed into this relationship with this person, that their family may have pushed them to get married. They may have had a kid young. It could have been cultural expectations, but they were pushed into a relationship that they weren't really sure they wanted to be in. This Queen of Cups tells me that's who they are and who they will be when they're with you. But right now they don't really have the opportunity to be that person because they're in a situation they're just not comfortable with at the moment. The Page of Cups is being clarified with the Strength card. So to come out and be this emotional person, it took a lot. It took everything they had to sort of say that this isn't for me. That's not my person. I feel like they may have let down a lot of people, but they're done feeling like they're the disappointment. They're being open and saying, this isn't what I wanted. You had no right to sort of push me into this place, or I had to be a certain way to impress you. The Page of Rods is being replaced with the Queen of Rods, or the Queen of Wands, which tells me this person's really, it's this newbie feeling is not going to last for very long. They're going to really push their way through it. The Queen of Cups is being clarified with the Devil. Now, the Devil can mean a lot of things, and it usually freaks people out when it comes out, but for me, I just feel like it's a very passionate, at all cost type of energy. Like they haven't been able to be themselves for so long that at this point, they're not holding back. they're going to, I feel like the person that they were with may have been a little codependent as well. They're not holding back anymore. They're speaking their truth, despite how that might make others feel. They've realised that life's too short to be in a situation that doesn't make them happy, and they can feel you energetically, I'm being told, which is why it sort of got them to the point of realising that this situation wasn't for them and something else was out there. There was, and it comes back to this divine plan, that there is a divine plan for them, and they want to allow things to flow and their emotions to flow and lead them into the place where they should be and with the person they should be with. We're going to find out what their star sign is. They may be a Virgo or have heavy Virgo placements in their chart. I'm also feeling like emotionally, and he's holding, this flow is really standing out, and he's holding his hand to his chest. So I feel like in speaking his truth, or she, I'm using sex interchangeably here, he, she, in speaking their truth, that they're allowing their emotions to no longer be repressed. So at the moment, they may be in a place of everything sort of coming out at once, like they're overflowing with their emotions. But this Strength card tells me that this is a really healthy thing for this person. What else? Excuse my neighbour's dog. The sun up here behind him with the compass in all ways. I'm wondering if this person may live a little far from you and you may have to travel to meet them. I'm also seeing their aura as being like a deep, rich indigo, almost purple, but like a royal blue. Vibes may be coming up for you if you're coming closer to sort of being in each other's presence, whether that's meeting each other. I feel like you may have already met, and I'm feeling like an online connection at the moment. And I almost feel like for some of you, it may be on the secret side of things, and it definitely could come in to that if they're in a relationship. I don't feel any untoward or cheating. I feel like you have just sort of recognized the connection. What else? Yeah, this person is really coming out and being who they are, whether that be, like I said earlier, stepping into their sexual orientation, stepping into who they are as a sexual being and not being repressed anymore. Maybe they grew up in a household where sex was just like a taboo subject and a naughty word, and they haven't been able to explore all the beautiful things that come with sex with a partner. And that's something that I'm hearing that the chakras, and that's why they're coming up so heavy, there will be such an activation of both of your chakras when you are intimate. There's going to be sexual healing is what I'm hearing. Okay, powerful, good luck. Actually, and I just want to add before I go that I feel like this connection will come into play in the next 6 months. I was feeling that energy very heavy. And I feel like you're going to be very open to it. It's not something you're going to push away. I feel like this woman holding a heart, I feel like this is you, male or female, holding their heart in your hands and helping them heal through everything. And once you do that, they will repay that favour. That's very beautiful, powerful. Okay, Power 5, let's get you started. You picked Tiger's Eye. Nice pick. Strength. Now up the top will be the overall energy of your twin at the moment. We have Take the Lead, Daydreams and Decisions, and Well-Deserved Reward. Okay, across the bottom we have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? A lot of leadership already. It is safe for you to love. Ooh, a wedding. clarity and discipline. Community, commitment. Wow, this person, your twin, I'm liking them. We have the Eight of Wands and the Star. We have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man. Okay, all right, the overall energy. Wow, your twin's going to find you. Your twin is already looking for you there. You're in their daydreams, you're in their actual dreams. Your twin knows you, your twin feels you, your twin is coming for you. Which is their well-deserved reward. Pile 5, that's absolutely beautiful. With this the Priestess card, this person is very intuitive. This person's third eye is wide open. I think they knew about you before you even knew you were a twin flame, is what my guides are telling me. It is safe for you to love. My guides are telling me this is for you. I feel like you're, while you want your twin flame, and that's why you're here watching this video, I feel like you're almost nervous for the experience because you've been hurt so many times before. They're telling me that that's why your twin is taking the lead, that your twin is coming in to heal you. They're well aware of, I feel like they're visiting you on the 5D a lot, and they're able to recognize these visits, and that's where this clarity has come from. They're very disciplined spiritually. They're meditators, which is why their third eye is so wide open and why they're able to probably communicate with you without you even realizing it. The community card has come in, and I feel this is very spiritual as well. While usually it can mean working in the community and stuff like that, I feel like it's more that they have a spiritual community already built, or you're going to meet them in the spiritual community. They're very big on commitment. This is a one-person. You know, they're not off playing the field. They're not interested in playing the field. They want the other half of them, and they're going to be very committed when they do. This person may propose to you very quickly, which is why they're saying to you, it is safe for you to love. They're going to come in overnight. They're going to turn your world upside down in the most beautiful but very scary way, and remind you what it feels like to be loved, which is going to be, my guides are telling me, it's going to be very scary for you. As much as you want it, it's something you're not used to having. They're telling me that in the past you've had partners that haven't been the best to you. You've held karmic situations where you've learned a lot of lessons, and yes, they've been great, opening you up and moving you on your journey, but it's left you very scared and overwhelmed. The Eight of Wands here, I feel like I'm coming off the traditional meaning, but I'm also seeing the Sagittarius here, so you may be a Sagittarius or dealing with a Sagittarius. I'm coming off the traditional meaning. I'm seeing it as a very passionate opening of your heart into this commitment. The Star card it's hope. It's opening a Pandora's box to all the limitless experiences you're going to have with your twin flame. I feel like your twin, they don't have the regular 9-to-5 job. I feel like they're like they guide people, which may come back in to take the lead. They're definitely working in the spiritual sector. They may be a healer, and an intuitive counselor is what I'm getting as well. They've done a lot of healing. This Four of Swords tells me that they've been healing ancestral wounds. You may be healing ancestral wounds as well. The Ace of Wands tells me that this person is passionate. Like, they're going to... When I say turn your world upside down, I mean turn your world upside down. They're going to... You may be quite organised and you like to keep a routine and you like everything a certain way. This person, your twin, is going to turn that on its head. They're going to also activate you to awaken more, is what I'm getting from this Hanged Man. Now, I do have clarifying cards. Okay, so in the healing, we have the Six of Cups, which tells me that you have also been healing from past lives, and when you meet each other, you're going to instantly remember each other. That's absolutely beautiful. They're giving me the feeling, and it is absolutely stunning. It's going to feel like coming home. This person is going to remind you so much of home, but it's not going to make any sense because they're going to be the complete opposite to you, basically. But it's your home. This couldn't be more literal. The Ace of Rods is clarified with the Fool, which tells me just dive into it. Just dive into everything this relationship has to offer. There's a big old sun here. This person plays guitar as well, and I don't know if it's in a band or they just learnt themselves. I'm hearing self-taught. They also play music by ear, so they're naturally talented in the music arena. They may not do it for a living. I feel like it's just such a passion. This person's so passionate that they must be a healer, or they're going to end up a healer. I'm seeing their aura, and it's this beautiful green, which is the color of healing. Let's find out what their star sign may be. Their throat chakra is very open too, which tells me they're going to... we've got a Cancer. That's beautiful. And we're in Cancer season now, so... and they may not be a Cancer sun, but they may have Cancer quite heavy in their chart. Their Venus may be in Cancer. So this is the person and that is going to speak and take the lead. You may find yourself a little lost for words, which may not be your usual you. This person isn't like, while I say passionate, they're not the type to come in and take over, and they're not obnoxious. They're just them, and they're the type of person that sort of draws in a crowd, whether they like it or not, but they're very relaxed about it. There's definitely no obnoxious vibes here. They're just the type of person that someone wants to be around. And funny, the Three of Cups has come up, which is quite similar to the Community card. They have a group of people around them. There's people always coming to them for guidance. I feel like when you both meet, that may be something that you both do. You may guide other twins through their experience. I feel like this particular dynamic, while it's going to turn your life upside down, it's not going to be a catastrophic twin experience. It's going to be very healing and very nurturing. I see you sitting up late, talking into the small hours and really discussing your feelings, which I feel like at first you'll be uncomfortable with, almost vulnerable you'll feel. But once you do speak about how you're feeling or things you've been through, and you realise that it's not used against you or any of those type of things, it's gonna come a lot more easier. It's gonna become a lot easier for you to express your emotions and how you're feeling. Your twin's really going to teach you. There's going to be a lot of teaching. This is going to be vice versa. You will teach him things as well, or she. I use sex interchangeably here. I feel like you're going to teach him to be more organised. I feel like his gifts and his talents are kind of all over the place, and this person's spreading themselves too thin. I feel like you're going to come in and rein them in and teach them how to organise that and not give of themselves too much. This person gives too much is what I'm hearing. I feel like you're going to teach them boundaries in that sense of not overgiving and leaving themselves run dry. Now, I want to have a look at what synchronistic number might come up for you, 5. So if you're seeing the number 5 a lot, this could mean your twin is on their way in. This person has a really well-placed Jupiter as well, they're telling me. So definitely have a look for that in their chart when you meet them. Everything they touch turns to gold. They're telling me they've got the Midas touch, just with people, with if you if you decide to buy a house or anything like that, let him take the, or let her take the lead, because this person could charm the pants, and it's unintentional. They're not slimy about it. It's not egotistical. They're just the person who could just charm the pants off anybody, and people want to give them what they ask for, is what I'm hearing. This person definitely has a spiritual job, their energy, and I think that's what the situation is as well. They have such a beautiful energy that people don't want to fight it. They're not showing me particularly what they look like. They are showing me a relaxed style of dressing though. And they're not clean cut in the sense that they don't go in and get like a fade, and you know, they're not using hair gel. They're very natural. I feel like they're also using, their diet is mostly clean, they're telling me. They're also telling me you might be working towards cleaning up your diet, and it might not even be in the spiritual sense. You may have just started a new diet or a new eating plan and a new exercise plan, and you might not have realized what it was, but it's your twin. You're mirroring your twin. They are definitely hanging out with you a lot in 5D. It's very beautiful. Take some time to meditate. There's a lot of meditations where you can meet your twin. My guides are telling me have a go of one of those if you haven't already, and set the intention to meet them in 5D. You have a beautiful, already committed, beautiful relationship in 5D, and I think you feel that on some level. I feel like you've always felt it since you were young, that there's somebody, your person is out there, but you've just, every time you thought you've met them, you've been so let down that you almost gave up. Spirit's telling me, don't give up. He is there and he will take, or she is there and they will take the lead. Okay, Pile 5, I'm very excited for you. This instant recognition is going to be absolutely beautiful. Like, it's going to be one of those romantic movies, sparks flying type of thing. It's going to be, whoa, it's you, which is absolutely beautiful. This discipline, I'm also hearing this is for you too. So Spirit's saying, and it doesn't have to be a big discipline, but they're asking you to put this discipline into your spiritual practice, which will bring them in faster. They're right there and they're waiting for you. They're saying even if you can fit 5 minutes in of meditation a day, this person, while they're very carefree and easygoing, they are disciplined in their spiritual practices. Not dogmatic about it, but they know to get this clarity and to tap into these gifts and to help others, they have to be disciplined at some level. Spirit's telling me, make the commitment to your spiritual path because they're right there waiting and they're ready to align this new adventure up into your world. Okay, Pile 5, that was absolutely beautiful. Good luck with your twin.